Hi everyone, coming to you from Los Angeles, California, the home of the Dance Art and Life podcast. I'm your host, Danya the Gypsy, and this is a judgment-free zone. I'm looking for stories of dancers, musicians, and artists of all walks of life. Their struggles, hard work, highs and lows of their careers, but most of all, the life lessons they've learned following their passion. Today's guest is a beautiful tan dancer, as she says about herself. And she competed in Latin standard and, of course, tan dance. She's based in Chicago. She's a U.S. national finalist, U.S. Open finalist. Other awards include the Eastern European finalist, Russian national professional and tan dance finalist. Yulia is also a Russian professional show dance champion and Moscow champion. And she has also a competition in Chicago, the Harvest Moon competition. And I'm very, very happy to have her on my podcast because she came all the way from Chicago to do this interview. Welcome, Yulia.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's so awesome. I met you, 5 years ago?
Yes.
On the competition in Italy. Where was it? Indianapolis, right? You were judging. And she is a judge as well, guys.
Yes.
Judge as well. So, yeah, you were judging the competition. I was dancing pro-am. And then we got in contact, and then
I can see my tan dance guys right
yeah,
away.
Yeah. got it. So, So how is life going?
Good. I don't complain. I have everything what I want.
Yeah, I got it.
Whatever I decide to have it and desire, I have it.
There's a strong woman right there.
I lose a lot. So as anybody probably who wants too much, you need to win something, you need to know how to lose. Yeah. So I lost a lot, but same time I gain a lot.
Got it.
So depends right now with questions and everything you will see that ups and downs, like you said, suffering or winning something that you don't expect but you win.
Got it.
Let's begin.
Okay, let's start from the very beginning. So you come in from Russia, right? You were born in Russia?
Yes.
In what city?
Krasnodar, on the Black Sea.
Okay.
But I moved to Moscow because of my dance career.
Got it. Wait. Back up. So you were born and then you moved to Moscow right away?
No, of course no.
So you started dancing in Krasnodar?
Yes, 6 years old. I started dancing because of my body type. I had big calves, big muscles on my legs, and my mom actually brought me to play piano. Yeah. She brought me to play piano to that art school that we have in Krasnodar.
Okay, so it wasn't because of dancing. She brought you there to play piano.
My parents are very conservative, and it's going to actually affect all my life because of them and my grandparents. But my mom brought me to play piano because I have long fingers, and yes, I have body for everything I can do. But my mom wants me to play piano, which she signed me. But I want to dance. I saw ballet. I saw ballroom on the TV. I saw folklore. I knew that my body design, and plus all the time that we walk somewhere, everybody's like, oh, look at her legs, look at how big her muscles and everything. So I knew something not right with me, just to be a normal person.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So as a kid, I was
she was thinking it's not something is not right with me.
Yeah, I was shy.
At 6 years old.
Yes. Okay. And I was pointing my leg and I see my calves and I'm like, I look like those ballerinas because in Russia they show ballet all the time. Okay. I'm like, I look one of them. I need to do something like this, and plus I feel it like I need to do it. But my mom said no, it's not for a girl.
So did you dance at home in front of TV as well?
Yes. Putting the dresses, and putting mom's heels, like normal kid.
Got it.
Yeah, and did a lot of that. But my parents like, no, you cannot do that. So I went to music school. I started playing piano, but my grandma works at it's called like a house of arts, everything. They have all kind of presentation and dancing and everything. And I told my grandma, I will do piano behind my parents, but can you get me to the dancing?
Got it.
So she signed me for for those classes. Yes, for dancing. They took me
how
right
was
away.
it like? Was it right away ballroom or was it something else?
No, something else, because in that time the communist system still was there, and the ballroom was our Russian style.
Yeah.
And I did that Russian style. Like we
Got
have Rilio, waltzes, we have those ballroom dresses, but not like Latin Americans. It was more like Soviet classical. Yeah. But it was still in partnership, so we all have partners. We did Rilio. I don't remember those names, but it was our program. And of course we need to do ballet because it's
but
a
it was
school.
like a school.
Yeah, school
from the state, I guess.
Yeah, school of arts.
Of arts. So it wasn't like a ballroom club that you went to.
No. It was not that yet. It was because I was only 6 years old.
Yeah.
So
you went to the school of arts.
Yes.
Did you go to regular school as well then?
Yes. But
so
I was
it was
half
after?
day. Yes, half day there and then half day because my grandma would take me. Parent still works and grandma takes and then she sends me to that art school for a whole day.
Got it.
So I had really good childhood as a kid, doing what I want behind my parents' back,
yeah.
But still dance and do performance and really enjoy.
You did like a trade-off, right? Like you were doing the piano and then do you still play piano?
No, I quit after 3 years. I had to quit because my dancing went so
up?
serious. And the teacher said that I need to go higher, like because then
with the
it
level.
was because then the borders was open and the country was changing and we got ballroom, like a ballroom. It started growing in Russia quickly because
like everything
in Russia.
Yes,
and then we started having competitions. We have open borders. We can go to any country and dance. The competition starts growing in as my city Krasnodar, and then of course we all dream to move to Moscow. So
is every Russian person in Russia
has to move to
from
Moscow.
Outside of Moscow? Everybody dreams to come to Moscow.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because Moscow is the center of the ballroom world.
Oh,
everything.
So you're talking about, but besides the ballroom,
I don't know the other world. I never went out of my ballroom world until I had babies.
Got it.
I always been tendance, working towards that, and I never drink, never smoke, never party. It was my world.
Yeah.
And because the time was good when the borders were open, I need to go to university. I told my parents the only university I want to go, it's going to be my ballroom dancing.
Yeah.
And I went to university.
So you actually have universities for ballroom dancing?
Yes.
Right.
I finished university 5 years.
Okay, so you're 6 years old. You started piano because your parents wanted you to do the piano, right? And then behind their back, you also took classes for dancing.
Yeah.
And so you were like with grandma, you were like conspiring.
Yes.
KGB stuff, right?
She likes that. She knew that. They have a wild child, so the dancing was behind their back, and they were against, and they never actually went to any of my competitions.
Really?
Yeah, my mom and dad.
And still?
Well, let me tell you more. When the borders open, my parents can announce to us, to the kids, that my father is German. It was hit on the head that we're not fully Russians.
Okay.
So it got interested.
So after probably Second World War or something, or he flee afterwards?
My grandpa's father was killed by Stalin.
Wow.
And he saved the papers of that because my grandpa was sent to Sibir because of that, the German side. And in Sibir, he married a Russian woman, my grandma, and had 3 kids, which is my father. Then my father moved to Krasnodar when they were allowed to start moving from that camp. They were little and they moved to Krasnodar, and then eventually he met my mother. Wow. So that's how the story starts from my dance career affecting my German side, because as soon as the border was open, my family announced that we can move to Germany.
Got it.
And we were happy. I mean, I was happy that...
How old you were when they announced it?
So 6... I was around like 14, 15.
14, 15. Okay, let's hold that in mind, because I want to still talk about for how long you were in this art school. So you started at 6, and then the art school...
Until I finished the regular school, I was in that school.
So how long was that?
It's 10 years.
10 years. So you stayed in Krasnodar for 10 years. So until you're 16.
Yeah. And then
so in
16,
that time, okay. So you in this art school, you dancing, you doing the piano, and then after 3 years, the teacher said, okay, you need to do just dancing because you're good at it, and so on, right?
Yeah.
So at what point over there you went to a regular club?
The club starts open, but that's where I'm going. So they starts opening, and we start getting those clubs. So I got a good partner and everything, but that's the time before. That's the time 14, 15, 16. Then my family start doing the papers to move to Germany. Yeah, but my father was in Chernobyl.
Oh.
So he got radiation. So he can not work.
So he was working there?
One day. He's an officer on the resort. And Russians, without people knowing how dangerous that's what government does. And they send people even for one day just to work there. They got radiation, they come back, and eventually they will die.
Wow.
So, and they didn't tell that. They just said, you officer in the resort, you have to go.
You gotta go.
Yeah. So he went only for one day. He returns. It was not signs from the beginning, but then yes, the doctors were checking. They got that radiation, and it was ruined their body. So he died very young. I was already here. But let's back that way. They start doing the papers to move to Germany. The whole family, three kids. I mean, my father, uncle, and my aunt, and their families, and my father. But when they start making papers, they said he needs to work, and he cannot work. He cannot be on the sun. He cannot be. So they deny our papers to move to Germany.
Got it.
So that
which was a blessing or
no? It was
curse?
A bad for me. Yeah. Because I was planning that moment. I was thinking, oh my God, now I have a chance to dance in Germany. Even I didn't speak German or English. Nothing stops me. So I was like, oh my God, I can dance in different country and it's going to be much better for my career. No, it's back me up.
Yeah.
And my mom said, so now you have to go to university. After that period of time of training.
So 16, right?
Yes, 16.
So did you already dance the competitions at that time?
I was in the final for standard. Yes, the national final was my Krasnodar partner.
Yeah.
And yes, I was in the final in standard. And Latin, I was switching. I had so many partners already, and switching depends on the boy. If it's standard, I dance standard. If it's Latin. And then I got 10 dance. And then I got 10 dance, and they were always higher level, older, which makes you go faster.
Of course.
So he was already 18, I was 16.
Got it.
And it depends on the boys. Of course, the girls follow.
Yeah, got it.
So I had very good results, but my coach keeps saying, if you want much higher, you have to move to Moscow.
Yeah. How old you were when he said that to you? Or already from the beginning, right?
From the beginning, but my parents cannot let me go to Moscow young, and
because
there you go. They don't want to move to Moscow. No, it's hard.
They didn't want to move to Moscow.
No, for my dancing, no way. So then they were planning to move to Germany, and then I would continue my study or dancing. Of course, they want me to be a lawyer or whatever, but not dancing. But the papers didn't go through. They want to stay in Krasnodar. My things become like, okay, now I'm ready to go. As soon as I get my passport,
I'm out of here.
I'm ready to go to Moscow. I didn't tell my parents. Of course, I did everything, which is really bad. That's why I'm different with my kids. I did everything behind their back. I said, yes, I will go to university, but the only one I will go, it's my dancing.
Got it.
In Krasnodar, we have very good University of Culture, which including my ballroom. Which for me was easy to get in because we were like a group, that club who wants to go continue, we all can get in. You just need to pass, I think it was Russian language and don't remember the other one. And it was easy. So I got into university with exams and everything. And then my plan was to transfer. We have that system that if you got to one university and then you can transfer yourself. When I
so you went for the Krasnodar one. Got it.
That was easy. And without money, without work.
You had a plan already.
Yes.
Right.
But I did still went to Germany when my other uncle and aunt had the chance already in that 3 years to move to Germany.
So they got the papers, just your father didn't.
And my grandparents. Everybody moved to Germany. So I have my half of my family in Germany.
What city in Germany?
Hamburg, Pinneberg. And I went there to visit them many times with my dad. We can visit because the borders was open. We were flying, driving. I did Mannheim with my Krasnodar partner.
Yeah.
Many times because it's double D.
Was it the German Open in Mannheim?
In Mannheim, still in Mannheim.
Yeah,
still in Mannheim. And I found the studio in Pinneberg next to my grandparents.
Gotcha.
I didn't speak English. I just used the CD, and it says ballroom. I was showing the neighbors. And I found a studio that Aziz Nouri, very famous double D chef right now, he head of...
Kachi Nouri, you mean?
Yes, yes. I found his studio, big, beautiful studio. I went in, I say just hi, and I said, I'm Russian. I said, oh, we know. And what are you doing here? I'm like, I don't know. I just want to dance. I mean, I just like showing them. And they said
How old are you at that point?
16. 16, right before to go to university. I had that last trip to Germany.
Got it.
And
so
start
you took
pushing.
The chance
I took the chance, but I wasn't ready. That's what the things that they saw me dancing. They brought the partner because Aziz right away saw a good girl for him to present Germany. It went so quickly, but I was like a few months in Germany doing nothing with my grandparents behind their back while I was like.
So the
working.
trips were months at a time.
They would leave me there. My
like
parents
for like
1, 2, 3 months.
3 months. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's my period of time.
So did your grandparents know that you go to the? So everything was
is behind.
What did you tell them that you go to?
I go out. They have a lot of Russian German community, and I go out just with my friends. And instead of that, I was in the ballroom in the studio, hooked up with not practicing yet. They found the Polish woman who would translate me my situation. Then they brought a partner, and then they said, "We need your." Was
it a Russian or German partner?
German partner. German tall, just look like you, blonde. Dance because I said I'm not
German.
just a standard. I'm not just standard. I want my Latin as well. We had a tryout. Everything went well. We started practicing, taking lessons. Just our normal lifestyle behind my grandparents. They didn't know that. I did everything actually behind my family, and it worked very well.
What do you think it was the drive to like go
to dance?
for it?
I still have that drive. I still don't want to stop.
But what do you think is that? Is it something inside that
I really,
is not
still
fulfilled
enjoy
yet? Or
no, just I like this world. I like my dresses. I like my stones. I like my shoes. I like everything about, like, when I walk inside the ballroom, I see those lights. I see that. I just like that. It's just my nature. It's like fish in the water.
Gotcha.
So fish in the water. And I like it. And even that ballroom compared to the Russian ballrooms that we have Soviet Union, old style schools, no mirrors, and Aziz has ballroom like a castle. It's Germany. It's a castle. You walk in the ballroom in the middle. Around him, people has restaurant. They can sit and eat or drink and watch the dancers. Then it's like a showers, which for us Russians, like, oh my God, they have shower and changing rooms. Like, no, we were like afraid even to go there. And then he has like yoga, whatever the athletes need it. And it's all around, like circle around big ballroom. That's what drives me like to go back and whatever it takes. But
so you were 16, you came in, they found a partner. Yes. You did the tryout and it was good.
Yes, but again, I'm from conservative family. When they told me we need your grandparents' help, they need to apply and let you stay in Germany. I went to grandparents. That's the moment when I'm like, okay, my God, I have to talk to them. Of course, they say no. I'm a wild child, so for them, no way. 16 years old, wild, and gonna dance here. They don't.
So you misbehaved a lot?
No, but
so why
for
you
them,
say wild child?
Because for them, I'm a wild.
Because you were dancing.
Yeah. Show them my Latin, they would be shocked.
Gotcha.
Show them standard, it's a little bit better.
Got it.
Yeah. No, I wasn't wild, but for them, yes.
Yeah.
And they said no. My dad took me back. Well, before they took me back, I took a chance. I went to my coach, tell him that's my grandparents' decision. That means no. He said, then we have another one. You have to marry. And we do
at 16.
It's 16.
Oh shit.
That's why. So you have to marry. I mean, it's fake. But for the papers, for you to stay and dance for you have to do it. And that's why I back up.
Of course.
So 16, yeah.
You don't know what the arrangement is.
Exactly. So of course that's the again turn point in my dance career, and kind of like I have to go back to mom Russia. And dad to Russia and Krasnodar.
So you went back and then you applied for the university, right, in Krasnodar.
Yes.
And then you were there for how long?
A few months. And I applied.
And then you
Moscow.
applied and then they took you?
Yeah.
Got it.
And that's my Moscow journey started because I didn't tell my parents that I left.
Okay, so in university you stay on the in the school. You were living in the school or you came home every day?
No, university provides you in Russia. Even if you have parents and everything, they provide you place to live for free.
Dorms,
dorms,
right,
whatever they call them. I choose because again I want freedom from my parents, and I want to be independent and living my life. Of course, as soon as I get to university, I apply for my room. They give you room with bunch of girls, my ballroom girls, and my competitions with travel, same schedule, same things. It's just you in university. You have university in the morning.
Who was paying for all those competitions?
The club.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you were that good, they were paying for...
Yeah, and my partner was the owner's son.
Ah.
Yeah, so... And I started teaching early, so they give me students. I also sewed the ballroom dresses with those stones.
Everything.
Everything.
You went full out.
Yeah. So that's why my schedule in university was study in the morning, then teaching, and then practice in the evening. Mm-hmm.
And in the night you were doing the dresses.
Yeah, my friend was helping me with those dresses or shoes or whatever because we need to pay. But the prices, because it's still broken country, right? It's not yet built that ballroom world that Russia that would have a big amount of money to pay. We start getting those coaches, but again, they were in Moscow.
Okay. So they invited them to Krasnodar.
They came
for a few days or whatnot. And
but Moscow, still most of them, like that's why I moved to Moscow to get full.
Okay, how did it work? Like the Krasnodar. So you had the partner. It was outside the university in Krasnodar.
No,
right?
he was also university, just older. He was also.
So he was there.
We were all there. It's like
so
a
you
system.
Gotcha.
We all together. It's like a group of, that's why it's called ballroom. Ballroom people, and then folklore people, and then ballet people.
Gotcha. Yeah.
We were crossing each other during the university because we need to pass exams still in the ballet and then in folklore, and then they need to do. And we were crossing, but we were still grouped together.
So you didn't only belong to a club separate of school, you were also studying the
in university.
And you got masters of sport, right?
I have it here on my phone. I was just showing, someone was asking how it looks. I said it's like regular diploma.
In the
specialize on the ballroom.
Wow, that's amazing. There's nowhere in the world like that. You cannot have a ballroom
Russia became very, even,
like
let me tell you, after I moved to Moscow, after I finished university, I did my practice in the school, because at school, the Russian starts providing ballroom lessons for free.
Yeah.
For 45 minutes, each group, like I don't remember, middle or high school, has ballroom lessons for free.
Wow. That's a whole other system.
Yes, you don't have
and
to.
Therefore, I think that's why, so many Russian people or dancers are so successful, because they have the
access.
Access to it, you don't need to have so much money to actually start dancing, right? Whereas other countries, you gotta be loaded to actually go to high. Beginning, yes, but as you go and grow, it's
again, they tried to do that, right? That's my next story. They were trying to do it. England always was expensive and everything, because but Russians were trying to get there, the older generations.
Yes.
They were trying to get there, but our
for
generation,
the education, for the lessons and so on, to bring
but
it
I'm
back
already
to
coming from double DSF. Double DSF, it's separated from from England and everything. So, and they were providing us everything what they provide. They can train us. Even we were forced, like when I moved to Moscow and I started working and dancing for Moscow club.
So you were few months in Krasnodar, then you transferred to Moscow University. How long was how long you stayed in Moscow University? Like how
For
long?
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
So you were studying 5 years, and
Same
on the side.
Same time.
Okay, but you split. Did your partner from Krasnodar?
He didn't come. No, but I already had a partner in Moscow, because when you have, that's what my things was about my dancing.
Yeah.
My body type fits perfectly. So when I was, because we were doing a lot of competitions in Moscow as well, not just Europeans.
From Krasnodar.
Yeah. So once we even stuck like no money and everything in Moscow and asking for
Crazy.
people. Ballroom people take us somewhere, and I had Moscow coaches who would come to Krasnodar before that.
Got it.
So we had connections. Ballroom world is small, but same time is big.
Yeah.
So they already know me. They already saying that.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
providing that road.
Yeah.
That I am moving to Moscow. I am getting my master degree in university there. So as soon as you announce that, the clubs wants the girl.
Yeah.
And yes, I went to 10 Dance Club, which is very popular in Moscow. Everybody knows.
What's the name?
Tatiana Kostina and Kachetkov, he passed away, but Tatiana Nikolaevna Kostina is still there. And it's on the...
Russians always 3 names.
Yeah.
3 names. I love it.
And they took me, they give me a good partner, very strong, but very abusive. But it was in a good way. Certainly.
What do you mean? What do you mean good way? Like...
no, well, he trained me. Well,
he trained you?
Well, Moscow is a very difficult city. That's kind of like surviving city. If you're strong, you will make it. If you're weak, you're gonna you're out. That's why it started. I was close to 17, still young, but strong enough to take this pill.
Okay, before we continue, how did your parents take?
They didn't know.
Wait. So you you transferred to Moscow, and they had no clue.
I was calling saying, I'm good, I have my competition, I'm traveling. The only time they found out, then after 6 months, I was already in Moscow. My mom said, how come you don't come back home? What's going on? Were you so busy you cannot even visit us?
Yeah.
And I said, Mom, I'm sorry, I'm in Moscow. I hit her so badly,
Wow.
That's the side that I don't want any kids to treat their parents as I did. But that's the drive that my dance ballroom that took me. And I would give up anything to be in that ballroom world.
Got it.
So my mom took this very bad. And the only praise she was having, she was like, oh my God, she's in Moscow. Hopefully she's not gonna move farther. Hopefully not America. Hopefully not America. I think she was praying this for like 5-6 years, but it still happened.
Still happened, yeah.
We come to
that. It makes you very emotional.
About my mom, yes. Not even about my dad.
You talking?
My mom passed away 2020.
Oh man.
So
sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's the next year. The ballroom world was hard, but in Moscow I got very good result, had a strong partner. It took us, we start from 6th place because I was new. Let's put this way. I was young and new. I had to move to amateur.
So you were dancing amateurs,
right?
Had
because
to move. Because you
I had 1 year,
partner.
but I had to move because of him to amateur.
Yeah.
In Moscow,
so
I
how
had
old
to change.
was your partner?
He was older, like 3 or 4 years. So he was already.
So you needed to go to amateurs.
Of course. But he was punished by Moscow Federation. I don't know what they did with his older partner. So he has to, we had classes like ED, C, B, A and S, and then
master
something.
Master. Yeah.
So he lost his points from S to A. So he has to do with me to A.
The whole A again.
But it was easy because he got good girl.
Yeah.
Standard and Latin. If you compete every weekend, and Moscow has those competitions all like
Dimitri
around.
Telling me
the same.
He was like within a year or even shorter, 80 competitions.
Yeah.
Every weekend,
every weekend.
2-3 competitions.
Yes.
Yeah.
those people knows.
Yeah,
so we were
yeah.
competing every weekend. Big comps, small comps, doesn't matter. So we got those points. I mean, I'm coming from the different city. For me, it's new. It doesn't matter. Even I had my EDCB.
Yeah.
It's Krasnodar. It's Moscow. So right
It's
away, it's
different,
new. We have like it's called
the books.
Books with your name. That's why they call us athletes more than dancers. And then they put those points, and then we collect each competition. They stamp you.
Exactly. Yeah. Slovakia was exactly the same. Yeah, you bring your book, they stamp that you arrived on the competition, and then they write first, second, third place. You need to have like 250 points at that time to pass to the next level, but also you need to have 5 or 6 finals. So you need to have 5 or 6 finals.
Yes, you need to
because
get
when
those.
you have those points and you never been to the final,
exactly.
you cannot go to the next level, right? So it's like, it's grinding.
It's grinding. And then it was from A to open right away, but then they put that S because the Russian Federation decided it's not enough, like our muscles or whatever. We need to go from one more level before we go to present whatever our present. So that's why represent
the country.
So me and my ex, we need to kind of like dance more to get to S, and then from S at least they allowed you to do nationals, and like any other countries.
So who was the partner? What was his name?
Maxim Gushkov. He's good name. I mean, everybody knows him. And I was dreaming to dance with Gemaev, which was Marat. Yes,
but he is only standard. You wouldn't.
No, he's 10 dance. He's
Marat
a world.
Was 10 dance?
Yes, he's a world 10 dance champion, Russian 10 dance of my generation.
I didn't know.
Yes, he was right in front of me.
I always remember Marat as a standard guy, though.
Only maybe here, yes. With Alina, they quit maybe because I don't know, whatever. I didn't speak until they came here to America. But yes, Marat was my dream partner. And because I'm from Krasnodar, so he didn't know me that very well. But as soon as I start with the Moscow partner, and the Moscow because Moscow is like a different country,
it's like a separate
state
thing,
from the Russia. So when you establish your Moscow name, been there so long, then you open up to the open Russia, to the world. So we were competing, and that's what I saw. Marat and whoever's in Moscow, Elena Samadana, Max Kozhevnikov, Yulia Zagoruchenko came. A lot of us. That's the same generation. The same generation. It was all there. Max from different city, Yulia from different city, I'm from, so we were all grouped together again in Moscow, just specialized on the different competitions. Because I'm 10 dance, I was dancing there and there, so I know even when Melia and Sergei Surkov was dancing with previous partner, and I actually was beating him with the previous partner. And Max Kozhevnikov at the German Open on the outside competitions with the taller partner Natalia Guzeva. I even remember the names, but Max was changing the girls all the time. So he bring them up, and then he's like, okay, good enough, next. So, but that's how we were all together. And my dream was Marat Gemaev. But it took me with my partner start from the 6th place because I'm new. But in Russia, 10 dance. Final. Yeah, but 10 dance in Russia is like 100 couples. We have first year round 64, I remember 64, 48, 24, semi-final, final. Our 10 dance goes 2 days because we were not allowed to do more than 30 days. 30 dances in one day. 30 dances in one day. So they would separate 2 days. And it took us
physically so, like, myself, 10 dance as well, but like Russia is a different scale. Like you have so many couples,
so many good couples, and so strong. So, and you need to be athlete. That's why I'm always thankful to my body that it always has those genetic muscles, and then you know, and you can go. And that time it was hard work because I'm by myself in Moscow. I had to work for a studio, which I was thankful, but same time was difficult. Study and practice with my partner. It was very difficult, but it's a good school.
Tendons, 2 styles.
2 styles. I couldn't choose. I still cannot choose which one I like more. I like them both.
But would you say you're better in standard or in Latin?
I think it depends on my guys. I wish if I dance, like I always think if I dance with the right partner, not stronger, not better, just with the right partner for my height, for my type of body, I can be good in standard and Latin. Yeah, both. My body can do easily. That's why sometimes people confuse me with Yulia Zagoruchenko. Because when they see me on the floor, they don't see the height that she's shorter and taller. They just see the same leg type, face, blonde hair. They think it's Yulia on the floor. So I always say that with all my
sisters or
no
somewhere.
Slavik Kriklivi, when he saw me first time, he asked me, "Are you twin sister?" Oh my God! I'm like, no, but we are good friends. We try. I asked her. We try to like compare our parents. Yeah, we probably, because she's from Belgorod. Belgorod is like very close to Krasnodar on the border, same like border.
Who knows what happened?
Yes. So that's why we said we don't know where were our parents, but maybe we had some
who knows
communication, some blood
mixing
up. I don't know, but we still have that. And we kind of in Midwest, because Yulia doesn't go there very often. Sometimes people schedule lessons with me thinking that's her, and then asking me, "Where's Ricardo?" I'm like, "Ricardo? I don't know where's Ricardo."
But
they don't check my last name. They just see the look. You come in, you start teaching, they schedule lessons. Yulia, the same name. That's what even Slavik was like, oh my God. But anyway, my Moscow was a good school.
So you stay with one partner in Moscow? You had only one partner?
Because,
so it was for five years?
And more, until I moved to America.
So you stayed in Moscow all the way till you moved to America?
Yeah.
So you finished university, and then how long after university you still in Moscow?
So if we start counting the placements, because I got to the final, right, first year of being in Moscow, 6th, 5th,
you're talking
4th,
tendence, right?
Tendence. Yeah, we were in Latin and Russia. There's no way. Yulia Zagoruchenko was in 24 only. And Max never been in the final.
It's super strong.
Super strong. Standard is the same way. We're tendence. We always semi-finalist, but to get even to the Russian national, there's no way. After I split up with my ex-partner and moved to America, he actually got, because you have to wait in line. And that's what happened. I split up with him, right?
Why did you split up with him?
He was abusive.
Like
abusive. Bad abusive. Yeah, sometimes even like Imrekov. There's a Imrekov.
I know the name, Imrekov.
Evgeny Imrekov was his, she's married right now, Nikovsky. Victor Nikovsky, Lisa, forgot, Elizabeth. Her Mrakov's father has to grab my partner, like literally like a man to man, and pull him to the wall and say, "One more time you hit her, I will kill you here." That was my last national with my ex-partner.
But, okay, so is it fair to say that you were loving ballroom dancing so much you didn't even care? You just went for it and you were just like, I don't care, I'm just... What was it?
That's my love to the ballroom world, and I knew that if I split up with that partner, my coaches really want me to present their club. They want our result, so we were moving up. They give me work. I work in the best place with a lot of kids. My income was good to pay my rent, my food, my traveling. My education was Sinkinson. I had Sinkinson, Hilton, Donny Burns, Gaynor in Latin and Standard. Latin coaches starts with Giordano Vanone, with Pina, because they were all coming. Charlotta, Luca Baricchi, big names.
I just had Charlotte in my studio.
In your studio?
She just here
we can have her anytime, right?
She just coached in
America,
studio.
you can have them all, but in Russia, that was like, oh my God, that's a VIP.
VIP.
And my club provides me that. So I was like...
So they helped also paying for that?
Yes. Yeah, customs were sponsored. No. Well, I had to give up my food. I even told my student here that for a whole week I was just drinking tea to pay Sinkinson, because my partner would cancel in the last minute, so I have to give him $150 by myself. But I had a privilege to dance with Sinkinson whole lesson by myself. So that's why I become so good. But it cost me, so I had to not to eat, not.
So this is what you said. You give some, you lose some.
Yes. I had a good result, but I was losing a lot.
So you said, okay, who split? Like you said, okay, this is enough.
That was because he hit me so badly after the national, and we were already planning.
Why? Because you were fourth only? That's why? It was your fault?
Well, I don't know. He was angry. I think the way he raised or something. You know, when you go on the lessons and you all the time listening to that your partner is so good and you need to work, you need to lose weight.
Rage.
He
rage.
cannot handle that. And I always been good on any lessons because I'm very precise, very strong with my education, my body,
Well, you were studying the masters,
so I am kind of like, okay, they do this, I do that. And he would blame and say, no, that's her fault, she's not doing this and this and this. Max, what else do you want? She's doing everything for you already, so you need to do this. So it's always, and it's again, it's
were
a
you
ballroom.
also together with this partner?
Not
really.
Not really, because he was very abusive. I wouldn't see him as a boyfriend. So no. And his mom, it's a Moscow people. They have different culture. His mom wants the different girl, not somebody from different state.
From the village.
Yeah, from the village kind of girl. Even I had a master degree and everything, study more than he does. It doesn't matter to them. So and I wasn't even going there because the Moscow people think they're coming there to take their apartment. They don't have houses, but those apartments, their sons, whatever they want, their registration, your permission to leave. I didn't want anything. I said, I have Germany to move anytime I want it. So leave me alone. But my dream, like I said,
so how old you at that point when you split with him? So after nationals, there was an incident and you said, okay, this is enough.
So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
And what was the best result with him?
The third and the national.
Place and the national.
That was the third. Yeah, that was.
One
I was
more
happy.
Place. No, 10 dancers go, just one couple, huh?
No, we two. The first and the third goes to the world, and the second one goes to Europe. So we had a chance
it was
to go. We had a chance to the world because it's with Marat and Alina and me and my ex-partner to go to the world. Yeah. But he hit me so badly, like practicing, and not on the competition, but when we start preparing, because it's a world, he needs to do better. He hit me so bad that I had like a big bruise, a lot of bleeding inside my ear. That I came back home. I said I cannot handle anymore. And plus I met someone in Germany, because again I travel a lot with my
grandparents.
With my family, taking trips sometimes and everything. I met someone, and that's what I met that guy. That was my dates.
Got it.
That was my first love, whatever, German guy boyfriend, and everything. Boyfriend, and I traveled back and forth.
Was he a dancer?
No, tall, muscle man, so very strong. But again, I was young, stupid, naive. I thought we're gonna marry, have kids, and everything.
The classic
Russian
fairy tale.
I was dreaming about the. We met during Mannheim when I did Mannheim with my ex-partner.
But how come he wasn't dancer, right? So you just went out?
No, Russians do a lot of camps, like with the kids, with the partners, with the coaches. We go Turkey or Bulgaria or even Slovakia. We went Slovakia with the camps with him and teaching. I don't remember that. I wish, not Bratislava. Bratislava, I think. And it's like a camp, and then you rent the space, you teach your couples, because we were working hard with 100 couples, 100 kids, like a small generation, and we would travel. So one of those camps, because we have 3 months, June, July, August, when the kids out of schools. So
you have a summer break.
Summer break. And I would organize with my studio that my coaches give me permission to take all of them. And again, remember, this is a new Russia when we don't have Putin yet. It's oligarchs. It's people who stole money and they spending money. So we were like paid with staying, with the hotels, with the lessons, with the travel and tickets. We were all over those countries that has sea or ocean. We would travel with them. So that's where when how you practice, you had a fight, you say you stay here, I'm going somewhere else. And that's when I think it was Turkey when I met my first boyfriend. German guy.
He was German guy in Turkey.
Yeah, also on one of those resorts, and you went out, you dance. Of course, you can get a lot of people on your butt cheeks.
Yeah. Especially on the beach.
On the beach, exactly.
Looking like this, of course.
So it was easy, and like I said, you dream right away that you're gonna move, you're gonna live together, you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have beautiful life. So, and the reality is not like this.
Wasn't there at all.
Well, he was thinking, but again, we are from the ballroom world. Anybody who's from outside think we are those wild girls. We're crazy, and we are not marriage material.
Yeah.
We're just not marriage material. Even actually when he came visit me in America, I was already pregnant with my first child. Yeah. He still sees me as a wild child.
Got it.
So
because you're dancing. You're dancing
on the stage.
Yeah.
So it's hard for regular people to understand that dancing can be athletes. It's a sport. It's more... Yeah. Even they said art. How can you be art when you have to have muscles to go through one round to another one? Your partner is treating you like another man in your partnership. I don't know about the other couples, but mine was always 50-50. You another man here. You have to do your...
You gotta do your job.
You gotta do your job, woman.
Crazy.
So,
got it. So you split with him, and then did you look for another partner in Moscow?
No, I actually took time to realize. So I split from my dance partner, and I realized that my German guy doesn't see me as a woman that I can even...
Marriage material.
Marriage material, yeah. He doesn't see that, and my hopes dropped down completely. That's my loss. That was my time of losing myself.
Got it.
I cannot do my ballroom world because Marat at that time even would try to dance on the group classes was one of those big names coach. I don't remember even his coach Alexander Melnikov would place us together in standard to see Venus. We did Venus waltz, I still remember, but he was so in love with Alina. Whatever's their story, I don't know. I think he was, because they still together and have a child, and so it didn't click between us. It didn't.
Dance-wise.
The personality.
Personality as well.
Even we flew and talked on the airplanes and being close and everything. It didn't bring attention. I didn't bring attention to him for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I still didn't. I forgot to ask him why.
You can.
But I can ask him now, Marat. But
Marat, we want to know what's going on in there.
Well, I think he's in love with Alina, and he still loves her very much. And
nice couple,
but he's a nice guy. But that was my dream. And then I see he will never split with Alina. So I stopped dancing completely.
So you stopped?
I stopped. I told my coaches I need time to think. So I stopped working. I stopped teaching.
Everything. And you were out of university at the time already,
it was already,
right? About 3 years?
Yeah.
How long was the
break?
The break.
Well, I had a person in Moscow that I met through the dancing. I was teaching her kids in that famous dance of arts on the... I don't know how they call this, where Napoleon was checking the Moscow. I don't know how to transfer that place. And I told my coaches that I need some time, and they said, take your time, we understand. You can move to pro. That's your next step.
Yeah.
And we will help you, because that's what my ex did with the different girl.
Yeah.
But you decide what you want to do. But
was he abusive to the other girl too?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I stopped
you
completely.
Closed the door and go.
Yeah, he break my that I split, and in return he break my book of my all achievements. So everything. But again, my coaches has everything. My diplomas. Because it's very good studio. It's one of the best in Moscow. So I was safe there. But I couldn't return and dance and teach and look for another partner. So I took time. And then that person that she has kids with me, she said, Yulia, why don't you come? Let's talk. There's many other countries.
You mean kids, the students?
The students, yeah. She's a good mom, and she was close, and the kids were doing good results, and she was always like my mother in Moscow, because my
like
mom,
a mentor.
My mom would never support me, even if I tell her when I brought my ex to my parents, they were like, "Oh my God, we cannot stand around him. You have to split. And your dancing is not good for your life, not for anything. You have to start thinking like normal."
So the whole entire time, the close people were against dancing.
Yes,
and
all
for
the
some
time.
reason you were just like,
I still keep going.
I just want to dance.
Yeah. All my life, I'm still
amazing.
doing that. I'm still doing pram judging. I would never give up, no matter what. So that woman said, "You know what?"
So how old are you at that point?
24, 24. Yeah. So she said, "You know what? There's other countries. The doors are open. You can go by yourself now to Germany, everywhere. You just need to look for a partner."
Yeah.
And that's what my other journey starts. So I got from Germany Olga Amelchenko, very famous. She was Latin champion, amateur. I contact her.
That?
Olga Amelchenko and Ralph Müller.
Yeah, Ralph.
Olga Amelchenko is from my studio in Moscow.
Got it.
And she knows she was coaching me
That's
Latin.
Old generation people.
Yes, it's
Olga,
older
Ralph.
generation, but that's my coach.
Yeah.
And she knows me. She was teaching me in Moscow, and she said, "Yulia, we'll find your partner."
Gotcha.
She found me a good partner,
so
but
you went to where? Hamburg?
I didn't go yet.
So you were just phone?
Like email. That was already,
whatever.
We had all communications, and Olga said, "We had a partner, but you had to pay for him."
Oh God.
So, and then I had a partner from the Lithuania. He was good, but he was...
Wait, in Germany? Or where?
I had, like, as soon as you put on Dancesport info, that was already Dancesport info available.
Gotcha.
That woman said, "We need to find your partner." She put information on Dancesport info.
So she put an ad into the database.
Yes, a lot of guys from all over world start emailing and asking, what are you doing? What's going on? It was already years when it's like internet is out. We are free. We can travel. Our visas was easy.
We are free. She means we Russians are free to travel.
Free to travel. Yeah. Visas was easy to get with the ballroom because competition sends you. It was very easy.
Yeah.
And so I had, it was Germany, Lithuanian, Spain, Portugal, and US. Those guys.
So you had 5 choices to...
5. Yeah.
And you're still in Moscow at that time?
Yes, I'm still in Moscow, I had everything. I made enough because my studio supports me and I live in a nice apartment, a nice area. I had everything. I was no reason to leave Moscow. Yeah. I like it there.
You had boyfriend as well?
I split up with my German guy because German guy is out.
Did it? Okay.
It didn't work out because he doesn't want to marry. He doesn't want. It was just,
You were thinking about kids then already?
Yeah, because I in love. It's the first love.
Yeah.
And I was in love with him, and I want to marry, have kids.
Yeah.
And I just in love, young and stupid.
Yeah, got it.
But then it didn't work out. I was devastated from both sides. But my ballroom
maybe for the good, you wouldn't be in America.
Yeah. Well, again, Moscow gave me so much. I had everything there.
Yeah.
I had good job.
So
I
why
had
you
name.
wanted to leave for some German guy to Germany? Or
because
to
I
Turkey?
was in love. He was in Germany. He's a
Germany.
German. He was just on a vacation. No, because I was in love.
Yeah.
And I didn't appreciate it. All this young brain. You have good life here in America, in Russia. You can move anywhere closer.
Yeah.
It's the karma or stupid decisions. I don't believe in God. I believe in your choices.
Yeah.
So my choice from all those guys, I got a Spanish guy. He was Russian born, but he was in Spain. It was the good studio. He came to have a tryout with me.
To Moscow.
But again, I was third. My level was so high. His level was not, because in Spain
it was different.
We had a tryout. I wasn't satisfied with my dancing. But
with his dancing
together with him. And he had a studio, he had a place, Spain. Now I would probably choose, but at that moment I was still in my dance mood.
You were processing.
Yeah, dance mood, because I trained. I'm a good.
Even though you had a break, you still were.
Yeah, I still. Yeah,
because
of course.
you were still teaching.
Yeah, Not really, but you still had that. Okay, if you
the mindset and the
if you're not choosing to go to regular life, have a marriage and kids, you split up with your partner. Now it's your professional career.
Yeah,
that's what my coaches said. So I took a break, and then I got back, but not like fast. To make okay, let's go dance with anybody who's available in pro. Professionals in Russia are still small organization. Even now, they are not growing. It's only amateurs, but amateurs are very strong there. It's totally different compared to here. So to go there, competitions are limited. You have to go dance with all the guys. You're only 24, and to go to pro was not ready in Russia. Not ready in Russia. So
you weren't willing to go to pro yet?
Not yet, but it still happened, because when I moved here, you have to be pro. It still happened without me even thinking.
So you had the Spanish guy coming?
Yes. Then German guy didn't work because I cannot pay for him. I mean, I don't think you have to pay. So he wanted to... Yeah, fully sponsored. And just like Surkov got sponsored by Melia, many Europeans, the names, even Slavic, don't hide that. He said the parents of John Lunis was Spain, of course, and the guys Russian or German, whoever they are, they probably need it. So I cannot sponsor. I can pay for myself, but I cannot sponsor anyone. So that didn't work.
That's a weird thing in dancing, because you need money.
You need money,
right? And it's like, okay, you have a good partner and super talented and strong, right? But doesn't have money. So it's like
oligarchs' parents, I call them. Oligarchs' parents.
Exactly.
I didn't have oligarchs' parents, but I did have my studio and my coaches always
so they helped a lot.
No, I work for them. I behave. I did everything what they want. That's why the question, if you ask me if I ever been in Blackpool, no. Because that's what the reason. They would never let me to spend money on the Blackpool competitions, because double DCF against double DC, whatever it was. I didn't go to that. We were follow what coaches wants us to do. That's why Mannheim was or Stuttgart after that.
Was your Blackpool.
Was our Blackpool when we can beat any English, and we were so happy. We went 24. It's the best result that you can have as a 10 dance. Dancing 10 dance, standard and Latin, and you in 24. With no lessons before or lessons after.
Exactly.
You just go dance there and you got your result. So we were happy. For 5 or 6 years I did like this on the road. So
that's cool.
And so back to
tryouts, you had Spanish, the German you couldn't dance. What about the Lithuanian?
He's sends weird emails saying to me that I want to dance with him because I just want to leave my country, to escape my country.
Oh gosh.
And I told him, you know what, I have German family. I can escape my country anytime I want it. Right now, when I'm already 24, I don't depend on my parents or I can go and move there anytime. But he remind me of my ex, and that fear, that fear that you're gonna get yourself again, because it's still this fear in me. I don't want my daughter to ever deal with abuse that I had. So that was right away like, okay, that's good enough. Thank you very much. We're not going there. And then from Portugal, he was hitting right away. He was like, "Oh, let's go out. I want to come to Moscow."
Yeah, that's another.
Yet another. It was also kind of. I was not ready for that.
Got it.
So the only normal guy was from US, and he was Bulgarian.
Got it.
His emails, I still had them, and he was more normal, and that's what I was looking. He said, when he sends email, he said, "I saw you looking for a 10 dance. I am 10 dance."
Yeah. Who was that?
Peter Minkov, the one that we still, Peter Minkov, that I am 10 dance, I am in US, I'm working for a studio, the studio need a teacher, the studio need a partner for me.
What city was that?
In Chicago. In Chicago, Indiana. It was not Chicago first, it was Indiana, Schererville. It's like a village, but in America, America is a whole village anyway, but they have studio that has 13 teachers, including Anna Mikhit, who's the Blackpool finalist, world finalist with Victor Funk. And Anna Mikhit was from that studio. She had another story. Her partner died from leukemia. They came to US. They did a competition. That studio took them. He passed away. She had a tryout with my partner, but it didn't work out.
Didn't work out, yeah.
And she wants to leave. So they need a partner. They need a teacher.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of replacement for Anna Mikhet in that studio.
To teach,
teach. Mm-hmm. And for me at that time, when he said it's US, it's studio, and I'm on 10 dance, that was good enough for me to move from my...
But you didn't even see him dancing, or did he send you videos? Or
he sent me videos, but I took a chance.
So you didn't even have a tryout, you just came?
No. Yes, and
that's bold.
I call it reckless. My many decisions in my life is reckless, from being like stuck in the corner that I don't know way out. I just
decide and go.
Take a chance. I said to myself.
So, but you said you had everything in Moscow, right? So, did you feel like you stuck in the corner, or
yes? That's why you feel like you, Mm-hmm.
Okay, was it because you couldn't get married? Your heart was broken, and then you couldn't even dance as well.
Yeah.
So this was like, okay, I have a good life, but I don't do what I love, and
there's no way out. In Moscow, I didn't see it. Yeah, because Marat, of course, not available.
Yeah.
10 dance, there is no existing dance and professional.
Yeah.
So that was only my guy, and I don't want to continue with him.
Got it.
To bring the guy from a different countries somehow
and pay for him
and pay for him was not my. So that was a reckless decision to move to US.
Wow.
I might still regret it in certain ways, but same time, like I said, I win and lose in my life a lot.
Why you regret that you came to US though?
Because in US, he was not ready for me. I mean, the studio was ready to use a teacher, but it's a different system. When they got a good couple to teach, they want to lock us in to work.
Yeah, just for the studio.
For a studio. To travel and do your competitions, because my drive got back.
Yeah.
I pack from Moscow.
Okay, walk us through. So how long you were communicating with Peter?
Only 1 month.
Only 1 month, and then after 1 month,
and I got visa in 3 weeks. I got visa actually. That was also kind of play game, right, with my life. I was organizing my camp to go to Cyprus with my students, whoever. It was just like to take time. I was not teaching, but I said I still and I applied for 2 visas, to Cyprus or to America.
Okay.
And my America came first.
Wow.
Visa for 3 years,
And you just gave?
I packed my suitcase.
Visa, like working visa or just tourist
B1.
Visa? B1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it.
B1.
That's interesting.
I know. In 3 weeks, so I had a chance. I didn't have a chance to go say goodbye to my parents in Krasnodar.
Another blow
to my parents. Yeah. And I packed my dresses. The first things that went, it's my standard and Latin.
Yeah. That's it. That's the
my
first
shoes.
thing.
My shoes, my standard Latin.
So that was your whole luggage.
Suitcase. Yeah.
Just dresses.
And
regular clothes, nothing. Just whatever
whatever. Because Peter said we have everything here, so don't bring it, and we don't know if it's gonna work out, if I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
Because
so you packed light, so to say.
Yeah. Me personally, I didn't think that I will go back, but he was giving me time to decide if I like it or not. Again, when I came here, I liked it.
So do you think, was that a big factor that you actually take the leap of faith and go to America, because he wasn't pushy? He was even giving you he was very time to acclimatize or whatever however you say it. And do you think this was like a big factor?
Yeah, with me, yes. If you push or do whatever, force me, I would resist. It's
Russians. No, I don't think, because of the other partner that was treating you so
probably.
bad, right? So this was like,
So, and in the studio, I still thankful to the owners. We're still good friends. I still learn a lot from them. I took a lot from them as American business people, and I think that was the
took
from the owners of the studio.
You learned from them?
I learned from them.
So took a lot of knowledge. Yeah,
knowledge.
This way. Yeah. It was
like
took. What did you take from them?
No, a knowledge. I always collect the knowledge.
Got it.
Always study, always learning, and he was good, but they had a really strictly manager. Tim Bourget and Sue Bourget. The owner of the big Anna was there, and she left as soon as I came.
Do they still have the studio?
Yes.
And what city is that?
Sherrill, Indiana.
Sherrill.
About that when. So I came. We practiced only a few months.
So where did you fly into? So you took the flight from Moscow?
From Moscow to Paris, from Paris to Chicago. Peter met me. And after 3 days, we went to National right away. He wants to show me the National at Orlando. So I came in the end of August.
But not dancing though?
No dancing, just he did Pro-Am. He was doing Pro-Am.
What year was that?
2002.
2002. Got it.
A lot of numbers
I came to actually to Orlando as well to try out. So I saw the Nationals, but it was 10 years later than you. 2013.
Yeah. No, when I came to it was not in Orlando, it was Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and it was beautiful.
Really?
Fontainebleau, my favorite hotel. I still go there. Even when I go to Orlando, then I go to Miami.
Yeah.
Fontainebleau. And when I came, I saw all my Russians. Gavriline is here. Kozhevnikov is here. All of them were here. I was like, oh my God, I never left Moscow.
Yeah.
So that was a beautiful surprise. I felt like I'm back to my Moscow.
Yeah.
And I was shocked.
So would you say you liked the Moscow? You liked Moscow?
I like because the glamour of the life.
Yeah.
And when I came
the
here,
ballroom life,
even the regular life. Moscow is a beautiful city still, and glamour. I mean, the restaurants. We have all those.
Like beautiful buildings. I love Moscow as well. Like
it's a beautiful city. And when I came here, I mean, Peter took me right away to Fort Lauderdale and Miami. It's beautiful to see it, and I saw my Russians and my kind of like. But then I returned back to reality to Sherrill, Indiana. So people who knows that.
I don't know that, but...
but it sounds like village, and it is village.
It is a village.
It is village.
But how come there is a super successful studio in this village?
Because a lot of old people dancing. They have nothing else to do. America is a different in the ballroom world. It's old people dancing. Right now, because a lot of generations, Russians, Ukrainians, whoever, Europeans came, they build kids at least a little bit better. Like at my competition, we have 250 kids.
Wow.
But it's Europeans who build it so many years.
And opening kids' places and
but
so
when
on,
we came, it was old people. We teach old people. My Peter was teaching girls that 40, 50, I mean, they're not old. We're right now that age. But like 60, 70, 80 in our countries, they're dying. Here they're dancing.
or they getting ready to die. Like,
that's there.
It's
well,
a different
nobody would
mindset,
nobody there would dance.
But I mean, in Russia and all these Slavic countries, like you hit 45, 50 and you putting money aside for your grave. I mean,
not here.
It's such a weird mentality, right?
Totally different. So.
And here people live in like my student, and she's 91
and
in
she's
few
dancing,
days, and she's dancing and she's traveling, and
beautiful.
It's like, wow, right?
They live in the life.
Exactly,
they're living. So that's what we had in Sherrill. We had 13 teachers, all booked. All of us has work, all of us, but then they realize that they can make more money on all of us if we stay inside and have showcases, no competitions. So that would bring more money. So it's totally different policy. So I had to tell, again, it was my decision because we're young. So I want to finish my career.
So you're like 24,
25, he's older. He was 27. So I start calculating now a new chapter of my life and my ballroom, because I back to that ballroom drive that I want to compete. When I saw competitions here, and
it's glamorous.
It's beautiful. Oh my God, those. And as soon as we mentioned to some of those vendors that we're a new couple and that they want to sponsor, they give you new dresses, shoes. You saying 10 dance Dore, at that time she was not as famous as today. She was like, oh Yulia, I will give you standard Latin everything what you want. I want you to present my name. We were lucky. We were like amazing life journey, new one with the new partner. Even Peter, that's gonna affect our next dancing, but it's a little bit late.
You mean something happened
with Peter?
Yeah,
not happened with Peter, because when we, like you said, we didn't have a tryout. We just click. Good.
Okay, so you came in, and then the tryout was actually not tryout. It was like
we went to national. Then we come back and we start practicing. So then we realized.
Okay, how was? Okay, go ahead. Probably this is my question. What you tell me right now.
So the level of his dancing and mine was good or match enough.
Yeah.
But I always felt that I'm too tall for him.
Okay.
And I'm too muscular. I mean, I'm coming from Russia. I had that strong partner that we trained like soldiers, like military. And he's Bulgarian, he's softer. They have different school.
Yeah.
And we start practicing from the beginning. You know, every relationship is good from the beginning.
Yeah.
Especially when we were, I mean, probably my ego, like he says always, your ego bigger than your country or any country in the world. So my ego was so big. I told him we will be ready by national. National was in March in Heritage at that time. Heritage, there's another big competition in America. I told him it was October, and we start practicing like really, really hard with here coaches, and October, November, December, January, it was good enough. 6 months before the national to put 210 dance and everything. So we did it. And he probably kind of felt, and I felt like I am too strong, too muscular.
Yeah,
but
for him, as a dance partner.
Yeah, as a dance partner. But we ignored because we got right away good sponsoring, good studio to dance. For that moment. So we said to ourselves, I mean, he was kind of going outside smoking and kind of, Yulia, I don't think it's gonna work out. I don't think I'm good enough, strong enough.
Wow.
So he said, maybe you should go back to your Russians. I will help you. He was a very nice guy.
Yeah.
And he still but I said, no, I owe you. You brought me to this country. You did all the papers with the studio. How can I do that? Believe me, I can pull you out to the final. I'm strong enough. And he said, that's what I hated. He said, that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
So, but I said, believe me, we're going to make it. You're going to have a good life. I want you to dance with me. I'm good enough. I know we can do it. So I kind of force him. As a thank you, I don't know, as a thank you for bringing me to this country to give me that life.
Was he seeing it the same way as a thank you, or was it torture for him?
Torture for Peter. Torture. After, actually, we did final in 10 dance. We were fourth place, half away from the third place. But it was a good half because the third couple cannot go for whatever reasons. And they call us to go. But my
To go what?
To the vault.
To the
first and third again. Whatever the second, I don't remember exactly the details. But NDCA called us and said you must go for a vault. But I cannot go yet. Whatever my papers, whatever my visa, it's working visa, whatever, I cannot leave. So whatever
America.
Yeah, because we start changing. We didn't know we're gonna be in the final. Peter didn't even plan to be in the final. For him, it's like result come from nowhere. And I think in January we apply for a different visa, and when you change in the status of visa, you cannot leave. So
or if you leave, then you need to stay outside until the papers are cleared.
It was. We just didn't know. As stupid as we were not young already, but we didn't know how the system works there well. And Peter didn't know. I mean, both of us didn't know that we go to the national and we're gonna be in the final can present the vault. So when they announced us Schererville, Indiana on the lineup, I didn't want to go even. I said, you go. I'm from Moscow. I'm still in my Moscow. You go Schererville, Indiana. Actually, after that national, we got back home to Schererville, Indiana. And actually, Peter was dreaming to move to Chicago. That was his dream. And right after the national, he said, we need to change the address. So they need to announce Chicago, Illinois. And we need to move. So we move. And the studio asked us to decide, do we need to teach there or we like fully leaving? And we said, no, we're fully leaving because they were also closing us. Like we cannot compete. We cannot do that and that. So we decided to leave. That was also like decision that harder in a certain way, but we know with my Russian, European community.
So how long? So you were like in
6 months. I was 6 months only in America. Peter was longer. I don't know his time wise, but my time was I was 6 months. I got national finalist back to my I had in Russia, but now in the professional field I got my wings back, and I told Peter, you have to choose, or you move in with me, whatever it is, whoever it is, or you stay in the studio and work there. So he chose me. So he didn't.
Maybe he chose Chicago because he was his student.
Well, he also complaining that you are very tall, you can find a different partner.
Gotcha.
He still was on that mood. And when he saw how many Russians I have, and then Italians start coming on the way, we start taking lessons with my coaches Giordano in New York, and he start feeling very insecure with me. So he started pushing me, you need to change the partner, I'm not a good partner for you. But I grabbed him and I said, because I was a little bit afraid of Italian community or New York or even Los Angeles. For me, for that, I'm only 6 months in America, so I couldn't decide. So I told him, no, I stay with you, we compete. I will give you the result, and you have to teach couples because we don't want to do pro-am. And we stick to Minneapolis. That's why you went. You went. You saw those studios that we were teaching. We create a lot of champions. One of my champion is the amateur smooth USA dance. It's Nels Peterson and Teresa.
Hello, guys.
Yes, my best probably student is Alan Burston on Dancing with the Stars. That's my probably the best boy that I train. And then right now they're going to be a national finalist. They just won Rising Star Rhythm, but at that time he was dancing with a different girl, Latin. And now Jean Burston and Elena Burston, they are national Rising Star champions. I still believe that Peter is my best product, and he's dancing right now with another Yulia, Ukrainian girl, and they are semi-finalist of national in smooth. Open.
Wait, Peter,
my
your
ex.
Peter.
Yeah, my Peter.
Your Peter.
Yes, my Peter. He's back to the dance, and he's professional smooth national semi-finalist.
Wow.
Yes.
Congrats, Peter.
Yes, Peter, good job, man. Keep going. I wish I can do it, but it's too late for me. So I still believe he's my best product. That I kind of forced to dance because I forced him to compete.
Do you talk about that with him?
Like, he knows me. He knows. He knows. He was under my I told him, I force you to do many things that he doesn't want it. But I think he's thankful because it's giving him...
Like what? Like physical training?
Yeah,
or
the Russian way.
The
Russian way. The Russians are still, we believe, I believe that we have good school and good stamina, and we have good training, plan, how it's supposed to be done. That's what I said. I think he's my best product because he was under that. Like competitions every weekend, practice and rounds. Even my Midwest Chicago didn't have any of this. I pull out, I create a lot of amateur couples to practice and go, to go live that life that I used to have in Moscow.
Got it.
So, but for him, it was too much.
Well, he probably, was used to American type of life.
Bulgarian, And then what was again break point in my career, I met Luca and Lorraine Bariki. After dancing with Peter many years and achieving, we stopped Latin because it was too much Latin, and because of my height, because of my muscles, and taking one position makes Peter's like, oh my God, you're too tall, I cannot. So we decided to switch to only standard plus the...
After how long?
After 3 years.
After 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
Were you together ever?
Yeah, together.
How long you were, like, after you came to America, like how long?
Well, many couples ended up the same, like with Ricardo and Yulia, with me, with Victor, with any of us. As soon as you start traveling and living that kind of life next to each other, you still gonna end up together. No matter what. It's just you, not because you are in love, like love.
You just, it's 24/7.
Yes.
It's, you're used to that.
And you kind of like click.
And you stay in the same hotel, you stay traveling together, dancing, like
and
several hours.
I completely agree with my parents. We are wild. Like our personalities are crazy. Not outside, but in the ballroom world, we are wild. When we go on the floor, we like, the sexiest girls on the floor. You have those legs, you have those muscles, you are like generally like sexy, beautiful. I don't know even words. And the man is the same, and that's what makes us all connect. But it's a ballroom. That's why in the end we're not together. Because the dancing makes us together, not the love that you might have in
for
your life for each other. Or like you have to be matched. In this point of my life, I see more and more people have to be matched in many ways, many ideas.
So how long you danced with Peter?
So 24, and then 3, 4, 5, up to 7, 6 years maybe.
6 years.
And we stop.
And after 3 years, you stopped Latin.
And then we concentrate on standard.
Just did standard.
And standard was amazing. I danced my double DSF style with him because he can swing. But in America, they
don't like it.
They don't like our jumps. Well, we are coming from those jumps and sways and everything. So, and plus we were not tall couple, so we have to be visible. So we did all of the Italian style. And I stick to my Italian coaches. Giordano was here, Giampiero was here, and then Luca came along. With Luca and Lorraine.
Ciao, Luca.
Yes, beautiful lessons, but Lorraine didn't like Russian girls.
Around him.
Around Luca or around her even.
Yeah.
So even with her, like if she cancel Luca lessons, you cannot even have lessons with him. You have her. And you trying to, I keep telling, I was always disciplined and I want to do exactly what coach says. Even with her, I cannot handle. Like I said, okay, you telling me to do that way. Do you want? I will do whatever you're asking me to do. But you are just generally angry with me for no reasons. My books are the reason. My knowledge, my body, what makes you irritates you. We don't understand. And then during the lessons, she wouldn't go to our dancing problems. She would go to our private life, which irritates me and Peter. You want to do your half natural, and then she says from the sorry, Lorraine, but it has to come out.
Wow.
So, but it would. I know. She called herself tough cookie. I hold my tough cookiness too, but now I'm old enough to fight back. So in the middle of the lesson, in the middle of the half natural, she would say, "I don't even know why you are together. I don't even know why you're telling me you love each other."
Dance-wise or?
No, private life. A private life. I don't even know that you have love here.
Yeah.
And me and Peter were like, what?
What's going on?
What's going on? I mean, we have problems with half natural, right? My legs are too long. His legs are too short. I move too much. He doesn't want to move. Teach us how to deal with our body conflict. Why are you going to our private life if we have love or not? Who cares? Right now we pay you $200 for a lesson. We want to know what's the problem, how to make me, down. And Luca was good about it. He would put me down, like down to my knees. He would shape me more. He would, he's a knowledgeable, good dancer who would go to those details. But with her, we were like on a therapy that we pay $200 coming all the way from Chicago. Sometimes we would drive because it would have been cheaper.
To which city?
From Chicago to Tampa. They had a studio there. And we had that BS on our lessons. And then we scheduled equal lessons with her and with him. And then she said, no, for 8 lessons, you're just going to have me. Who can handle that? 8 lessons with Lorraine. So
for $200.
For $200.
For $2,000 you were doing therapy.
Therapy. Yeah, that was a disaster. Sorry, Lorraine, but it has to come out. And it's changed my life.
Change your life in what way? Like the lessons or what?
No,
like
her
approach or what?
No, because I've heard many stories about them, and
about them meaning?
Private life. When she started going to my private life, I started going to her private life.
Okay.
And I saw a world champion acting so bitchy and so unhappy, and I realized, oh my God, it's probably because she didn't have kids. She got her old titles, but her man is not making her happy, or whatever is her problem. I don't want to be ended up like this. Catching a dream to become a world champion, get that title, I ended up no kids. Being suffering, being so mean to everyone.
How old were you at the time?
I was 30 or 20. No, 29. 29. Yeah, 29.
And this realization just came.
29, 30, close to 30. And it hits me so badly that I'm at so close, a world champion. But I know many others, but never been so close. Not knowing too much about their private life. But I've heard that they ended up no kids, no. And I was like, oh my God, I'm chasing a dream. And look at this struggling couple and doing this to the other couples. Actually, many couples and many bad stories we have. The girl passed away because Luca went with her on the bike and got killed on that accident. Us struggling to take lessons with Luca, but we ended up with Lorraine, and then Victor Funk with Anna split up. It was same time, same the same couples that we were dancing around America in the final. We were dancing with Victor Fun and Anna because it's Peter's ex. We were dancing with Jean-Pierre and Anastasia at that time. We were dancing with Yeva. I mean, we were all in the same in the group. This same group. Same with Yulia Zagoruchenko, because Peter really likes Yulia and we were friends, but she was already changing to Ricard. I mean, we had a lot of history here as a ballroom kids, I call. And here Lorraine. So it hits me so bad. And my partner told me, we had a dinner and he said, listen, right now we are all split up. You go dance with Victor Funk because he's available. He's gonna split up with Anna too. We know everybody's struggling. Kukareka, the girl that you go to him. Avdeev, because he danced with Anastasia. Jean-Pierre already split up with Anastasia. Anastasia was with Mikhail. Also struggle. I mean, all of us just because of Luca and Lorraine. That's unbelievable.
So they all have lessons with them, and then
we all went to Tampa, one by one, everybody, because they moved. That was the knowledge, there's a world champion. It was only Heather here, and Jean-Pierre didn't work for us. To wait for Italians to come, we didn't have that kind of access. So Luca and Lorraine was a treasure, but the way they treated us, not Luca. I mean, Luca was doing his own things, but Lorraine, it was a disaster. So my ex told me, so you have to make a decision again, or you go dance with Victor.
Okay, so you really had the realization about
the reality of the world champions. So what I'm chasing,
not just world champion, but like I think it hit you as a woman in terms of like, okay, I'm on the crossroads. What do I want?
Well, Lorraine hit me badly to my dancing. I train myself so well, like I train every single part of my body to do the work, to do technique, to do what my coaches are asking. And then suddenly I'm meeting someone who said, you're so good, so what? You're gonna go to Blackpool, you don't have anyone behind your back, you're not gonna get what you want. Not in this partnership, not in this. So she started hitting like really badly to mental, and we were not stable mentally with my with my partner. I mean, he has his issues that I'm tall and everything, and I have my issues that I cannot make him. I mean, we're in the semi-final, but we cannot make it to the final. I know I need to have one of those guys, right guys for my height and everything. Like he said, go to Victor Funk. You're gonna be in the final.
So you had the dinner, and then Peter said, okay, you gotta make a decision, and you
have to choose.
You have to choose now what's going on.
He
and
said,
you're still together at that time.
Because we didn't. I mean, even we fight. Even Peter said to me, like any couple that you struggle, and we had height difference. He needs shorter girl. And we like any other couple we deal with. But I like to travel with him. We saw many places together. We went overseas. I mean, we had that good life. We would match, and that point even we were kind of putting on the side that it wasn't comfortable to dance with each other. We always have to, by the time we're in the final, like Emerald Ball, to match each other, we would be tired in the final.
Yeah.
We would end up 4th, 5th, but with like fighting like crazy. Forcing in myself to go down and for him to stretch all the time. It's hard. But we were still doing it. We had our coaches was main Alain and Anik, 10 dance champions. They were almost everywhere at our competitions because they were or doing pro-am or they were judging. So we had our support. We like it.
Yeah.
Luca and Lorraine screwed us. I mean, we were probably, again, pushed to the corner. Like, what to do? We want to dance what Luca wants, but Lorraine doesn't allow us. Every time we go to the competitions, it's always stress between. We don't know reasons. I didn't fool around with him.
So you end up in the corner again.
Yeah, in the corner
which
again.
you don't like. And then just a decision came again, right? A reckless decision or a good one?
Because my ex said, you can dance with Victor Funk easily. He will take you.
Yeah.
Even he said, you're too light or whatever. I think you're perfect for him.
Yeah.
Or we're going to go make babies. So I choose to go make babies.
Got it.
So we never been married. There's a ballroom vault, I guess. None of us.
Yeah.
We would like to, but the parents are not here to get the big wedding. It's cost a lot of money. We just decide to go for a babies.
Wow.
Yeah. So
was it still reckless decision or you don't regret it?
I don't regret it because I got a beautiful kids. And I don't want to end up like Lorraine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lorraine.
Got it.
So it was my decision because I don't want to become that woman. Because the kids right now, no matter which way my life goes, they make me calm, relax, and joy.
Yeah.
The kids give you
How
that
old are
backup.
the kids?
10 and 12.
10 and 12. Very nice.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Perfect. So perfect. And I made that decision. It was another challenges because here come up, we think we are healthy.
So you were 30 at that time
29,
and you were like 29 and you
and
were
I got
like,
pregnant. Yeah, I got pregnant with my first, but I had 2 miscarriages. Even doctors told me there is nothing wrong. Me and Peter, I had negative blood. I have that rare blood. Yeah, and it might cost miscarriages, but then they took his blood. He's also negative.
Wow.
So and then we had our first daughter was fine. So because we are matched even with that negative blood, so was no problems. It was just not happening at that time. But yes, 29, I got first child, and then I got upset because I got a girl first, and I want to have a boy.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I'm a fighter, and I don't lose. I mean, I lose, but I have to try to win. Yeah, I have to win. I always take my chance to win. I always calculate. Even I do have feelings, really bad feelings. Yes, I do have feelings, but I do calculate a lot. So I study, as I did study in my ballroom world, I studied that to make babies or to make a boy or a girl, there is also system, nothing to do with the calendar or anything. No, it's a simple math. It's fast swimmers or slow swimmers, boys and girls. And yes, because we have healthy bodies, our calendar of women athletes very precise. So it was easy. My doctor still doesn't believe me that, but I said, Dr. Daniel, please try. That would work. If somebody wants a boy, please give them that advice. But anyway, my son, yes, I calculated, and I think I used Peter for my son. Sorry, Peter.
You got used.
Yeah, he knows that.
He knows that.
With that woman, he cannot win.
Yeah, got it.
Never, ever.
But you're still friends, right? You're still friends.
Yes, of course. We still, kids don't know, and they still living life that we're family, and we manage Peter every day with them. And comes and go. Yes, the other Yulia is fine.
But now they will. So don't let them listen to this interview.
Yeah, they're not gonna listen. They're too young to listen. That.
Don't.
By the time they grow up, it's it's gonna be fine. And so the ballroom world, our mind, how it works and how we make decisions, it's affecting our regular life, and then involve the kids. But I think we were like Peter said, we meant to have kids, but we were not meant to manage life after ballroom, right? After ballroom, it's coming different life.
So there's a mutual understanding between you that.
We still understand. We still know each other very well.
Yeah.
It's just we don't match. Like we conflicting. Like my personality irritates him in certain degree. And my his personality irritates me. Not that much, but it's just irritate. I don't know what that's what, but we still like good business together, raising the kids the same mind.
Wow.
Just the dancing and
the
dancing is not much, and that, but we are dancers inside, and that's what makes us go away finally. And he has a good partner, match him perfectly. They are very good in on the floor, off the floor, everywhere. As I see more and more.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Crazy life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
About those ups and downs.
Because we had a conversation about dancing and what you like, WDSF and all this stuff, right? We were talking about coaching and this and that, and I was coaching in Minneapolis as well, but I didn't know in those details
how it
happened and what's going on. This is very, very interesting.
Ups
story.
And downs, as I said.
Ups and downs, for sure. So at what point did you get the competition, the Harvest Moon? Like, how did this happen?
When I came to this country and I went to national, and then I got back to the studio, and the owner
in Schererville, Indiana.
That was that's what I said. I learned and took a lot from my owner of my studio. He had a competition too, and he had a studio, and then I saw how he managed all of that. And then I saw how business works in America. Since that, I wanted Chicago Harvest Moon since 2003, and I saw. Again, we are very calculated people. I saw the potential. I saw the organizers eventually will retire. And I went to him because we started winning so many competitions around, become top couple in America at that time. We did a show a few times for that competition. And I went to the owner and I said, thank you for inviting us. We have a beautiful show. We did 2008, I think, 2007. And I said, thank you for inviting. We are from Chicago, and it's honor to dance at your own competition, to make all local people to see you on the floor as a show. And I said, one day if you decide to sell it, I would like to buy it. And Jay said, of course, Yulia, for you anything.
Wow.
Peter always says, when we need some kind of deals or get the business going, we always have to send Yulia. When we need some diplomatic or some conflict to resolve, Peter. That's usually when it's like this, Yulia, okay, let's go. Let's get our stuff. And it always works. We got that deal with him in 2007, I think 2008.
I think it's really important to understand like where your strength lies, and then go and then play on it, right? Like
because with Peter,
diplomatic, right?
Yeah, with Peter we are so long together, and he has with me all my ups and downs with my family, because when I moved to America, I lost my father. He passed away from Chernobyl. Then because of that, my brother screwed up his life. He started drinking, doing drugs, and hooked up with his wife, who is drug addicted. They had a baby, and she lost custody. The baby was only 9 months old. That's my niece. And then my mom needs to take care of it. But my mom also got very upset losing her husband. It's affected her so much that she also started drinking. I saved her life one time. I mean, she was close to die from the liver, cirrhosis of liver. But I got good doctors. I sent so much money. I went there. I got the best doctors. I saved her life. And that moment, she got my niece into her hands. And my brother kind of recovered back and forth. He divorced that woman. She lost the custody, so he needs to take care of the baby, kind of. But he still didn't recover fully from losing my father. I was away because I had my ballroom vault and Peter and everything what I need to do here. So I did get upset. I lost father in a young age, but I was already in America as a woman and start having my babies and start living like adult life. But it did affect my mom. So after drinking, I did help with her health, but it still affected her in the long term. So I was calculating again, you see my calculation, that with this kind of problem, she will have maybe 10 up to 15 years of living, which happened. I calculated almost everything in my life. So, and my niece turned 14. She took her when she was 9 months, and my mom and my brother passed away almost one after another one. So that hits me again badly. So every time I talk about my family, it's hard in Russia. Not my German family. German family is fine. So it was 2020, 2 years ago. I lost my brother first, but I was expecting that he will die because his lifestyle and everything what he did, but I didn't know that's gonna happen that fast. And I didn't do anything to save him, but I did try to save my mom. But 6 months, diabetes hits people so badly. I'm not a doctor. I can calculate certain things, but not like very serious. So it was very hard, and I couldn't leave the country because of the COVID. So I was losing her on Skype, and the doctor cut the leg. The doctor was doing everything possible to save, but it was a hard loss. So it's still, it's gonna for many years probably. And then they left me a baby. I mean, she's now 14, now 16 years old. So I'm applying right now because Russia had a war, whatever. I'm applying to get her out, but she's still on my cousin custody, and I can bring her when she's 18 if she wants to move here. But that's my side that always kind of make me weaker. But now they're all gone except Anastasia. So it's just a pain inside my heart. So, but the rest is all good. I'm happy where I am right now. I have my competition successfully for 12 years, back to my competition. So when I said to Jay to get the competition, he said, are you retired?
Yulia, take a breather.
Are you retired? We said no, but we are planning to have babies. In the future. And he said, when you have babies, come back to me. And then Luca Lorraine came, and then Peter said, we're ready to have babies. We went to Jay. His wife got sick. It all happened on the same time. He said, yes, guys, I'm ready to sign the contract. I mean, the paper. It's all yours. We pay the money. I was already pregnant with Jessica. We didn't announce yet because it's, first 3 months you don't. And that's it. That's how the whole deal. We got the competition right before I got Jessica. So I was pregnant, and then I gave a birth, and then the next year we were already organizing. It was hard because I still had little child in my arms, but we had people to work. We were new, but Jay was helping, and that's how we start journey of organizing, because I want that from the beginning. Even when I always dream to have my own competition, not my own studio because I don't want to get stuck, and so but I want to travel and teach as we did in Minneapolis or any other places in Midwest. And then I want to pass my exams for judging, which was also
right after you had a baby, or
no, I had another one because I need to get a boy. So of course my boy, I got my boy, and then with 2 kids we had to separate it with Peter because we want different things. Directions. He wants to compete. I had babies. I cannot do that. So I went back to Pro-Am first. And then I saw just Pro-Am. It's not enough. I don't get satisfied. And then eventually I will get older. So I have to have my judging certificate. So I contact Diana McDonald's, and I did. It was 2015, I think. It was when we met you, I think, right? 2015, 16. So I still saw possibilities.
It was one of the first competitions that you judged.
I was judging, because I passed them. Like Diana said, with Russians it's easy. They know how to dance. They just need to go through the books. Remember the names. Remember because we trained at school very well because Russians followed the books very well. We need to just smooth and rhythm. But I had Dan Messenger. Thank you, Dan. You still my angel, still helping me. Yes, Dan Messenger, and he did my rhythm and smooth. And I competed in rhythm smooth with my students, so which also give me platform to do easily and everything. So and that's why I got my judging certificate with NDCA, and that's one of the first competitions. Christina Ilok invited me, locals. And that's how I met you.
Got it.
My tendance champions.
My
tendance, I see them right away. I see them across the floor everywhere I go.
This competition is still on. This competition in Indianapolis.
She still owns, and she got Her daughter is 10 dance national champions.
Yeah, I know.
Caitlin Ilo and Walt. And Walt. Right now Russians are not, so they easily get the titles.
Exactly.
So Russians are out.
Oh, they dance awesome.
Yeah, still Midwest couple. Yeah, 10 dance champion. But that's what the reality.
That's a heartbreaking story. I didn't know it gets so emotional.
Yeah, about my family always. Because I didn't spend enough time with them. You know, because I was always leaving them and leaving my ballroom world and away from them.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep my kids with me 24/7 everywhere I go. 24/7. I don't let them go anywhere without me. I keep it's because I did bad to my parents, but again, maybe because my mom was strictly to everything to do the way she wanted. So I always want to go opposite. So that's why I'm not strictly with my kids. I am very democratic person with them.
Got it.
Deals, we make deals, but they are 24/7. I do allow them to do what they want, but they're not spoiled. They do have everything, but not spoiled. Like if they want to go to Disneyland, we go Disney. If they want to go there, we go there. I just tell them I need to do mommy's work, my competitions, my competitions, and then the rest of the time it's yours. My daughter is dancing, but not like Russian way. You have to be a champion. She's dancing because I want her to be in my ballroom, beautiful ballroom world. I don't believe that to be in my ballroom world, you have to have those titles. Some people got them. Good for you. Enjoy. I'm happy for you. I'm not jealous because inside of me, I'm still ballroom. I'm still my 10 dance. And I have them here everywhere I go. Even if it's Schererville, Indiana or Miami Beach, it's everywhere in America. We're all free to do those. And my daughter enjoys. My son, it's a hard work, to point your toes even. If you don't have arch naturally, it's a disaster.
What is he doing? Is he doing some sports?
Soccer. He's my Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Got it.
He's my Cristiano Ronaldo, and he has, again, my kids got my body type, genetics, strong muscle tone. They don't have to work on that.
That's cool.
So they go or on the floor or on the field. I see their muscle tone. So when you have that physique, that they're successful, it's easy. Like my daughter dance Latino standard. She doesn't have personality for Latin. Like she's not those I call, girls wiggling and everything. But she has that body, like Yulia Zagoruchenko or me. The right body, the right legs, the right arms, even neckline. It's there. So it's so easy. So we just like, okay, Jessica, go. We used to have partner, and right now Peter is dancing because they got good height, open level. They were second at national. Now it's time to win the 10 dance over there.
There we go.
Because they were not ready. 3 weeks practicing. Who does that? Peter Minkov. So this year we're planning to have 10 dance title, whatever. It's, it's a kids. It's a fun. I present her to fun. Beautiful dresses, beautiful. She likes room service.
She does?
She likes food compared to me. Like I grew up not to like food. Russians don't allow you to eat. So she grew up, she likes food. Restaurants, her and her daddy is like best restaurants, best competitions. They will go next month. It's Nashville, San Francisco, Miami. It's like every weekend somewhere they are competing.
Fantastic.
But Pro-Am,
Pro-Am, yes.
It's an easy way. That's why we like Pro-Am here.
Well, thank you for sharing everything. I have 2 questions left.
Go ahead.
2 questions left. The first question is, what do you think is or makes a show great for you? As when you're watching a show, not the technical stuff, like we all go technical, right? But what do you think makes a show great for you, or touching, emotional? Like, what is your take on it?
Which show?
Dance show.
Dance
of a couple. When you see a couple dancing,
dance in the show.
What makes the show great for you?
Well, I always admire Yulia Zagoruchenko. I like her shows with Max Kazhemnikov. Max is the one who creates the real show. I mean, even he was taking those ideas from the movies or whatever. It was still a nice shows. And because I'm Russian, because I grew up with the ballet training and everything, we're looking for those technical moments that Yulia does. With Ricardo, it was a little bit strange. I mean, even when they did Rumba and everything, they become too technical. I want to, like any judge or anybody who watch the show, they will tell you the same. We want to see as a good technique and then as a good show. We want to see Rumba as a man and woman dancing with the feelings and all these things that can come into your fantasies. We want to see real pass, but it's become so technical. Even the kids right now, when they dance, technique, you don't see anymore men and women dancing. I mean, different levels, different age groups become two athletes. Like if I watch my double D self, too much. You watch double DC, not enough. So not enough. Right now
So they're pulling two different.
And now we have the third organization, right?
Exactly.
What we're gonna see there, we also don't know.
Maybe they meet in the middle there.
Maybe in the middle. I still, just like in ballet or in any dance, because again, I'm coming with that background that I studied 10 years of my art school and then 5 years of the university of dancing. In the end of the day, the dancing, it has to be again with the good physique, like why Nureyev was better than Baryshnikov, because Nureyev physiques and jumps and everything was much lighter and much.
And yet nobody knows his name.
Nureyev, because he passed away and he didn't get the titles, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But Baryshnikov did. Baryshnikov, everybody knows again. But dancing wise, if you watch videos of Nureyev and videos of Baryshnikov, you can see that's physique gives him much better lightness in his ballet performance and everything. Same with the ballroom. We have champions, but like I spoke with my students, they like, I don't know, Anna Melnikova, or it's very subjective sport. I like Yulia Zagoruchenko, or I like Mirko and Edita, right? That's my what I like. But again, is it bad or good? It's very subjective.
It's a personal preference.
Choice. It's like if I like Coco Chanel and somebody likes Gucci or something else. It's your taste. You like salt, I like sugar. Same with the ballroom wall. That's why people says, oh, it has so much quality. And I said, in your way, maybe yes. I have different qualities based on my knowledge, based on my background.
So what would you say makes the show great? All things together, mixed?
Just the ballroom or just the environment. Just like as organizer of Harvest Moon, I still believe it has to be lights on the floor. It has to be dresses with the stones. Or even if you don't have stones, it has to be classic white, black, or something that stands out and make you like, oh my God, this is a beautiful woman on the floor. It's like the whole package deal for me.
The whole package deal.
Yeah, because when I see people saving money on like this and this, I understand they want to make a profit because we're in America, it's a business. But again, I want my ballroom wall just like beautiful place,
fairy
like a ball show. Like a ball show. You go to ball show, there's certain rules. Certain ballerinas can be a prima, not everyone.
Exactly.
Certain people, you can have different seats, but we have balconies when only Tsari or somebody can sit there. Same our ballroom wall.
Got it.
So that's how I see it. But right or wrong, it's your taste.
It's your opinion. All right, last question of this podcast. We are in almost 2 hours.
It
went fast. It went fast,
I like
right?
it. You're awesome.
So, what was the life lesson or lessons you've learned following your? Oh my gosh, there we go. What was the life lessons you learned throughout your career through following your passion and following the ballroom?
Oh, it's my dilemma. It's my parents and my ballroom world. My lesson is not to leave your parents ever. I mean, you can do it, but not the way I did it. But again, it's what meant to be. Wrong choices. Wrong choices, Wrong decisions without thinking, where's my parents? Like some people are very attached to and they listen. I was very wrong baby for my parents. So even my mom says, I don't know where did you get these ideas. I don't know how did you get to that. But it's something in me. Even like I said, I didn't get any titles. I didn't get the right partners. I didn't get whatever. But I love my ballroom world. I always gonna be loyal and continue to dance, continue to teach, judge, whatever, will never live. I will die on the floor, just like they said about Cristiano Ronaldo. He's gonna die on the field with broken legs or whatever. That's me on my ballroom floor.
Got it.
Even if it's just harvest moon for me, like I always said, even if it's a harvest moon floor, it's my floor, it's my ballroom floor. I'm planning to buy the 10 Dance World Championship to have it. I think you have to pay some fees, and when the right time comes, I'm planning to have my 10 Dance at Harvest Moon.
Yeah, that was my question. What's next for you?
This is next. Yeah, this is
fantastic.
Next. Yeah.
So you say wrong decisions. Don't make the wrong decisions, or think about it more.
More respectfully to your parents.
To your parents.
I did everything wrong to my parents. The rest of the stuff that I did, it was correct things to do.
So what was correct thing you did? What was the lessons that you did correct?
My title in Russia, third, that I achieved myself with my partner was good result. Here was good result enough for me and Peter. I think it was good enough. It just, with that match, with that high difference and everything, was no way up. But we had good beautiful kids that will have a beautiful life in America, which they already do. He has a studio, he has a partner, he has good result. We have a competition that, what I said, that I am planning to have a world champion, 10 dance, not any others, 10 dance. My dreams, 10 dance still. I want to put all those flags, all those couples with the parade, with the judges, whatever it takes. We just have a problem to find a good ballroom, like Chicago doesn't have good hotels with that big ballroom with the balconies, like I dream, like you said, my fairy tale. But maybe by the time I will have it, they will build something.
It will fall in place. Yeah. I'm sure.
Something, will come up.
I'm 100% sure it will work out.
But so far, I win a lot. To have two beautiful kids, to have a competition, to judge, to dance pro-am with the students, I think it's a big win. Yeah. But I lost a lot on the way there. Yeah. So I lost, and yes, my mom lost is going to hurt me for the rest of my life. So nothing more. I still believe the most important things to be healthy and live the life, because when we are dead, we're dead. Scary things. Yeah. Live life fully. On the full speed, or slow, I don't know. My full speed is a little bit dangerous road. Yeah. I did fast. Yeah, fast lane, which I'm driving BMW.
Of course.
Blonde, black BMW, still on the fast mood, not slowing down, but
got it.
Don't want my kids to do that.
Yeah.
I am wild.
Thank you very much. Спасибо большое. It's really, I need to finish my thing. Okay, I need to finish my thing. So there we have it, guys. It was very emotional, heartbreaking story, and I'm very glad you came and you shared. You were kind enough to share with us. Thank you guys for listening. This is, and always will be a judgment-free zone where you can voice pretty much everything. This is the Dance Art in Life podcast. Thank you very much, and see you in another episode. Good night.